So you wanted to talk about the new PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, and he's got some hardcore figures, I think.
First of all,
oh
what are you
God.
getting?
What?
What are you gonna get?
I'm not going to get one for a while because the prices are going to be like ridiculous. But
500 quadrillion pounds.
But I would consider the PS5 because I've had an Xbox for so long. I had the 360 is one of the best consoles of all time, apart from the Wii. Like, it just is.
Big up.
Big up.
How could they turn something into having a piss into a console?
What?
How could they turn having a piss into a console?
Yeah, I don't know where the name comes. Maybe it's like, I think, is Nintendo Japanese? So it might have a Japanese meaning.
What's Wii in Japanese?
I don't know if they're a Japanese company though. But no, I was actually playing on the Wii today. I was doing some archery. It was really pissing me off. I was so close to getting all the bullseyes. You know, if any of you have a Wii, let us know, and we will play Wii Sports Resort together. That'll be fucking class.
No, because you don't get online anymore on the Wii.
I don't know, but you do it over Discord.
Right. Alright, so the closest you'll get to Wii is in WII in Japanese is II, which means good. So technically they already knew that the console is fucking sick.
Yeah, they were like, this is they've drilled it into
This
my
is
brain.
mint.
It is
much.
The Wii is a GOAT console, and the Xbox 360 is as well. But the Xbox One, I felt like it was it's quite slow.
It's boring and it's a box.
Well, I wouldn't say it's boring. We've both had issues with our Xbox Ones, in terms of like breaking and stuff. Like mine literally exploded.
Well, to be fair, it was at a point where we went on a massive.
Yeah. But that's the one thing. If we're not going on it on our Xboxes as much anymore, so
I remember that was funny.
but we're not going on them as much anymore. So why would we need to get like the brand new console?
I don't know.
But no, it's just not as good as the 360. The Kinect, I got mine with the Kinect. The Kinect is nowhere near as good. Kinect Sports on Xbox One is complete shite. Kinect Sports on the 360, fucking goat. Like,
you didn't even have a Kinect on the 360, though. I had a Kinect.
yeah,
on the
but
360.
the games on there were so much better than on the Xbox One. And the music and everything was better. Like F1 Race Stars. I can't play that on my Xbox One, but that is the greatest game of all time. It's so annoying.
I've got to put up. I don't think there are actually any like cartoon racing games on the Xbox One.
Well, when the new Xbox comes out, I think every single game from the Xbox 360, and the One, they're all going to be backwards compatible. So I don't know whether that means you'll be able to play Xbox 360 games or Xbox One, or whether it's just all games on the new Xbox. Because if it was all games on the new Xbox, that would kind of make me go towards it, because there's a lot of good Xbox 360 games that aren't backwards compatible yet on the Xbox One.
When you look at the Xbox Series X, it is a literal box.
It is a box, but the PS5 is a router.
A router.
It's literally a router.
I knew we were going to say that.
I have a BT hub, and it's the same thing. Like,
yeah, but it's a cool router.
no, it does look a lot better. But I'm guessing, have you got the hard facts? Is it actually better?
Well, probably not. But in how old is Xbox and PS4? Like 8 years.
2013 it came out, so roughly 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
8 years.
So when you think
that's insane. 8 years. Oh my god.
When you think about it, in the change from like when you actually say if you bought the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, it's actually not going to be that much difference. But in like 6 years, it's going to be fucking massive, and the consoles will actually be able to handle it.
Yeah, I think the problem. I've been a loyal Xbox user since like 2007 when I got my Xbox 360, and but it was when there was Microsoft points. You didn't use money. You went into Sainsbury's. You'd buy 1,600 Microsoft points, and then you buy like Minecraft or something. Like that was the time when I played on the Xbox, and that's why I got an Xbox One, and I kind of want to keep up with, I'm always an Xbox man, But
The only other thing what annoys me is because I bought so many games for the Xbox, I now have to buy them on the PS5.
exactly, it's like once you buy one, unless you've got the money or unless you're a YouTuber, you've got to kind of stick with it.
I don't know, we'll see.
Because when that new Xbox...
Well, to be fair, when you think about it, all these games which I'm holding up, right, I'm holding up 4 games here in my hand, you can't see. One of them's Xbox 360 Black Ops 2, which I've got on disc. I've got Black Ops 3, which I've got all the DLC on.
That's like £100.
World War 2, and Forza Horizon 3, and then another like 10 games which I've digitally downloaded as well, which I'm just going to lose.
You won't
instantly.
Get back.
And I'm fucking like level 500 on Forza Horizon 3 as well, and it. To be fair, that is the only reason why I actually question about keeping my Xbox One, just so I can keep that level.
You'd keep your Xbox One, but you'd get...
No, because I'd sell it for like 200 quid, because you can get still like 200 quid for it.
I get what you mean, but it's... But
I keep it, and then I wait like a year or so for the PS5 PS5 prices to drop.
Thing is, if we are massive fans of Forza. PlayStation doesn't have Forza. They're closest.
But have you seen Gran Turismo?
Yeah, but it's not the free roam. That's more motorsport, Forza Motorsport than.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I might just honestly buy a PC.
I'm not getting a new console yet. Like.
Oh well, neither, because I can't afford £500.
It'll be more. I reckon it'll be more than that, because that's how much the Xbox was. The Xbox One X was £500 when it came out.
Yeah, well, no, it was like 450.
It was close to 500, and these are the next gen consoles. They're definitely going to be 600 quid plus.
Yeah, but when you think about it, they've got to think about who, like, because PlayStation's like the leading console definitely, now. Yeah. PlayStation have to think, oh, we want our customers to buy this. They're going to have to lower the fucking price.
No one's released the price yet, because let's just say PlayStation released the price, and they said, oh, the new PS5's 700 quid. Then Xbox would go, right, we need to get more sales. Ours is 680 quid. So people are like, right, I'm going to get... Or they go like 650 quid and be like, right, everyone's going to get an Xbox now because it's cheaper. So then PlayStation will go, oh, actually. So that's why they haven't released the price yet. Otherwise, whoever releases the price first, like, the second company's just going to lowball them.
Well, to be fair, MKBHD or whatever his name is, I don't know if this is... I can't remember, like, strictly. But, like, he said the PS3 was, like... the highest one they've had. Then the PS4 dropped by like a couple £100, and then he reckons that the PS5 is going to be like slap bang in the middle, and that will probably end up being like, I don't know, probably like $400, $500.
See, the release of these two is massive for Xbox, because Xbox took a massive L with the release of the Xbox One. Like, I think that there's 3 times or 4 times as many PlayStation 4 users than there are Xbox One users. So if Xbox don't kill this launch and they don't rack sales, they could seriously see themselves going in the bin, because Nintendo were kind of in the bin. They were releasing like the 2DS, the 3DS, a 3D.
Well, the Switches came out. Yeah. It's fucking.
I think it's like
can't even pick one. You couldn't even pick one up in lockdown.
I think it's like the second most sold console behind PS4. Like that. That might not be correct, but I'm fairly certain it's like well up there.
It is well up there, and bear in mind they haven't had a good well, in my eyes, they haven't had a good console since like the basic.
Yeah.
Wii.
Now, did the DS come out after the Wii?
DS came out
before. Yeah. So the last thing they made, the Wii U was shit, and then they had like the 2DS, the 2DS XL, the 3DS XL, basically variations of the same console.
All of the actual original Wii things are actually fucking sick. It's when they make definitely. It's when they make like up on ones. As in, because we've got the original DS, but like, and then I've had mates which have had like the 3DS, etc., and they just
we don't have the original DS.
Like, even though it's better and bigger and whatever, I don't care.
No, we don't have it. We've got the DS Lite, which is the DS basically.
Like the original one. I remember getting hyped when I got that for Christmas one weekend. however old I was. Mario Kart.
Brain training.
Oh my
Brain
god,
training.
I sat on it for the whole day.
Brain training, Nintendogs, just everything. PictoChat. Jeez.
Yeah, PictoChat was sick.
Banging.
No, do you remember when we went to Young Voices and I was talking to people across the arena because people were playing Nintendo?
Oh my god, yeah.
Sick.
Because if none of you don't know, basically on the DS there's a thing called PictoChat, which is basically there was 4 rooms, and you go in a room and you like write stuff with your pen on your DS.
Or you could type it.
Yeah.
It was just cool.
But obviously,
it was pretty much like texting, but you didn't actually need to text.
Yeah.
Or like you didn't actually need to imagine. To be fair, that is literally the start of like free phones when you think about it.
Well, yeah, you're not really.
Like no, because like although you had to be in a certain distance, it didn't actually cost anything apart from like the actual DS. With my phone, I have to pay for my phone and then the O2 servicing. Like they just connected, and it's
like so if you were, as long as you were in a certain distance away and you went in the same PictoChat room, you could just send stuff to each other. So when we were on this Young Voices, we were in like a big stadium. Young Voices is basically like this singing thing we did in primary school because we were plebs.
It was fucking
terrible. But basically, we were on a DS. You go in a chat room, and there were other people that were in this arena that were also on their DSs in the same chat room. So we were just talking to random people. And when you're like 9 or 10, that is so gas. Like, to be fair, it's kind of gas now.
We're just like, oh my god!
It's kind of gas now.
Because because back then we didn't have like decent I had a phone, but it was fucking shocking. Nowadays, year fucking 4, 5s, year 2s have like iPhone 6s and 7s. I'm like, fuck off! I've only got an XR.
See, I didn't get a phone until year 7, and that was like a Sony Ericsson flip phone. Which, to be fair, in hindsight,
I had a Sony Ericsson.
To be fair, in hindsight, pretty fucking cool because the keyboard slides out, but you don't get that anymore. Like literally, my sister who is 10, she's got an iPhone 6.
Jeez, phones have got.
She's got an iPhone 6, and she's 10. But I think it's not. I don't know why that's come about, but the younger they get, they're getting better phones. So you get like literally, they're going into secondary school and they've got like iPhone 10s. They're getting brand new phones. I don't know whether that's because they're getting passed down or what, but it's a bit ridiculous. No one had an iPhone in year 7.
Well, when I went to secondary, I still had my Sony Ericsson, which I got at like the end of year 6, and I didn't even use it. There was a point where I just lost it for like 2 years, and then my dad gave me an iPhone 5C in like year 8, and I kept it until I got the XR. Until I got the XR when the XR came out.
The DS is just, it's fucking mint. And then Nintendo didn't release really a good console for ages. Then the Switch came out and it's fucking banged. And if Xbox don't,
I've been on one for like 5 minutes. To be fair, it was pretty decent.
Wait, you've just got one, haven't you? Or you'll be getting one.
My sister's. There's just a box on her bed and it's got a Nintendo Switch. I'm just like, fuck.
Get it out!
Literally, 1 second.
Oh, I've got cramp in my leg. Oh my god! Live on the podcast. Oh, I've just pulled the muscle. I've got cramp. Oh my god. Ow. Basically, while he's getting this Switch, I've just got cramp in my hamstring. I haven't had cramp for years.
It's literally in this fucking box.
He's holding up a brown box with a Switch inside.
Yeah, with a Nintendo Switch which I can't open in lockdown. Why is... No. Please tell me it's still recording. Get it once. Shit.
It's all going wrong.
Please, right, I think it's still recording. Right, give us a sec. I'm just going to go back.
So yeah, I'll say it again. I've got cramp. I have cramp in my leg. It's really sore. I haven't had cramp in years.
No one can hear me. I'm coming back. I'm back. Oh dear.
But anyway.
Oh, and I sat on my chair. That was like a fucking thunderstorm.
So if Xbox don't sell, it could be like game over for them. Like genuinely.
The end of
Xbox. Because new gen consoles don't come out for years. Like as you say, 8 years since the Xbox Ones came out. And the PS4. So if they don't make something good, they're screwed.
And to be fair, they haven't released a digital version only, because I'm only going to get digital versions if I get the PS5.
All right, yeah. No, I don't think. I think buying discs, you just don't do that anymore.
It's actually effort.
Yeah.
Like, for me to do this and pull it out of the case and insert it into my Xbox,
because you have to install it.
It's a small thing.
You have to install the game with your disc, but then you can't play without a disc if you've got the disc version, which is just bizarre.
Yeah.
And I don't think.
Plus, on the PS5, if you get the disc version, it looks fucking ugly.
The only thing is, if you get the new Xbox, obviously it's going to have this backwards compatibility with every other game. I'm guessing that includes discs.
But you never know, PlayStation could include that.
I don't know. I think they are, but only for PS4.
I don't know, we'll see.
But if you have like an Xbox 360 game, obviously you may want to play that on your new Xbox. You can't if you get the digital only version.
Yeah, but they haven't released a digital version of the Xbox.
But which I get. But I think that's they've done that for a reason.
The box,
they've done that for a reason.
Well, yeah, but it just looks like a box with like a big slit in it, like a coin slot.
It looks like a clitoris, doesn't it, Thomas?
I was literally about to say that, but I was holding back.
I think that's the longest we've got.
I mean,
think that's the longest we've got on the
quite.
podcast without a sexual. Yeah,
Reference.
That's quite impressive, actually.
Bloody hell! I've outdone the person from a smart school.
Big up consoles.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, because I mean, we're not playing on them as much anymore, so we're not going to pick up one when it comes out.
Well, I've just got rid of my Xbox Live because I don't go on it at all.
See, I still go on my Xbox quite a bit, but there's no. I don't see the point of getting a new console really until they stop releasing games for that console. But when you've got digital downloading and all that stuff, I don't know if they'll stop. But obviously, once games get more advanced, so because they're made for these new consoles, you won't be able to get them anymore on your old consoles. But I think one thing I will do is if I do get a new console, I'm definitely going to keep my Xbox still, just because I'm really pissed off that I didn't keep my 360. To be fair, it was broken, and that's why I got an Xbox One, because the disc drive wasn't working. It was just like terrible. But I've been looking into buying a new one again. Like, it's like 80 quid with a Kinect. You get a controller for like a tenner, and you get a load of games off eBay for literally £1. And
pretty much.
I can't wait.
Guarantee half of them just don't work.
I don't care. If half of them do, it's it's worth your money.
Yeah. To be fair, as well, Xbox have kind of cheapskates on this. They've literally just used the Xbox One controller.
I thought,
like, at least with the PlayStation, it actually changed the controller.
I thought with the Xbox controller they'd switched it round so that the A, B, X, and Y buttons were on the left-hand side and the D-pad was on the right-hand side. No, because that's what I was told. I'm guessing that's wrong. But
no, look,
he's going to show me the controller. Oh, he's showing me. It's the same.
At least with that, there's a bit of difference.
But
although,
to be fair, you don't really want to change the controller. You don't really want to. One of the reasons we chose Xbox was because we preferred the controller for it. I think PS4 is quite uncomfortable, but I guess you get used to it, don't you? Either way, so
you get used to it, yeah.
But we're not.
It'll be weird to get used to your thumbs being there and there.
I think an Xbox controller is more comfortable, but that might be just because we've had one for 10 years plus.
Well, I've had a PS3, an Xbox 360. An Xbox One. And I've had a Wii, a DS.
What out of all the consoles you've ever owned, what was your favourite?
A Wii by a fucking mile.
I think the Wii's a better console, but I spent more time on the 360.
Wii is the one which I wish I kept, ish. But this, I don't know. But like for games and like content, Xbox 360
Definitely.
Connect was
Yeah.
fucking.
Xbox 360 was the console I've played the most. Even though I've had an Xbox One probably for longer, I'd say I've actually played more on the Xbox 360.
Well, you can even tell when you came around to mine when we were younger, all we went on was just fucking Connect Sports, etc.
There you can play on that forever. There's always an incentive to play, but that's more down to the game than the console. But there's the Xbox 360 was so much better than the PlayStation 3.
Oh, 100%.
So much better.
Well, no, because didn't the PS3 like their Connect thing was like them handhold?
Yeah,
it was kind of just like a Wii thing. Like like the Wii was like leaps and bounds ahead of everyone compared to like the consoles, and then the Kinect came out where it was basically just hands like you didn't have to have a controller in your hand, and then PS3 kind of went back. It was a powerful console, but it had like the handhold thing.
I'm so glad we've got a Wii because I think my sister's got one second hand for Christmas, and they don't use it, thank God, because it means I can go on it and it's class. And we've also got an Atari, so that's got all the original games like Space Invaders, Frogger, all of them on. That is it's so much fun. Like I think when I'm older and wiser and obviously still doing this podcast and making millions, I want like a games room with old consoles in. Not necessarily not because I'm a nerd, but because consoles were better back then. Like the DS is incredible, and I literally play that every day still. The Wii, incredible.
I haven't been on mine in ages. One sec.
I've been going on my DS like every day recently. The Wii is incredible.
What game is in? Oh, Mario Kart.
I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart as well.
Ready? Are we ready to listen? Listen to this greatness.
Oh.
Think a little bit of spunk
I just came. Simple.
You literally just jizzed
So
everywhere.
Oh! Go on. Oh yes.
Copyright.
We'll get copyrighted. But no,
copyrighted from Mario
consoles were
Kart.
better.
Banging title.
Yeah, but no, I feel like consoles. I don't know whether consoles were better back then because that's like the first kind of stuff we had.
No, it's just the nostalgia around them.
I think definitely nostalgia helps, but I do genuinely think the 360 is better than the Xbox One. I do think the Wii is one of the best consoles, and I think the DS is the best handheld console besides an actual phone. Because I had a PSP, and that was good, but it wasn't as good as the DS.
I had a PS Vita, and it was shit.
I think it was cool with that back panel that you could was actually interactive, but apart from that, I didn't really have anything going for it, to be honest.
No, it was awful. Well, it was alright, but it wasn't like revolution.
Because I think it would be cool, like when you're a bit older, to have all these old consoles still. Because in 10 years' time, when we want to buy a DS or an Xbox 360, you're just not going to be able to get one, and it's going to be if you are, it's going to cost a fortune. That's why I'm like, I want to get
pretty much. Well, we got our DSs refurbished for 30 quid because we had a big craze about them.
Yeah, because I went on holiday and everyone had them, and I was like, I really want a DS again. Games are expensive. A lot of games are expensive for the DS, but you can literally pick up an Xbox now, Xbox 360 with Kinect for like 80 quid, which isn't bad at all. Considering in 10 years' time, you probably won't be able to pick one up in good condition, because you can't buy like a PSP from like, you can't go into Game and buy consoles that are like, you can't go and buy a DS from like Game or anything like that anymore, because they're too old. So
yeah, I haven't been into a game in ages.
You just don't anymore.
Ridiculous.
No one does.
Like, I remember going to like the local game, etc. Just like, right, we're getting a game.
It's not even getting a game. You play
like
on the consoles that are in there. You don't do that
yeah,
anymore.
I know, it's
you just
ridiculous.
download everything. That's why like Blockbuster, like that went in the toilet. But you go in there, like literally every time I went into town, I'd bring like £3, and I'd come out with like 4 Xbox games. You can't do that. You can't do that anymore. You can't buy like old Xbox One games for like 90p, but you could go into like Blockbuster and you could just pick up. I literally bought like a table tennis game because it was like 50p. So I'm like, why not? Like I played it once and then I never played it again because it was impossible. But that's why I am going to get one soon.
Spent.
I was kind of thinking it'd be cool to take it to uni. Like, imagine that you have. I mean, because the accommodation I'm looking at is like 12 people. Be insane. But you have like a Connect set up. Like, how sick would that be?
Yeah, but it depends if they're into the same stuff. They're probably like the type of people who have like £1,000 PCs.
Yeah, but then I'll be like, nostalgia! And then they start jizzing their pants. Or I bring out a Wii, and they're like, my God, this is the greatest thing of all time. I feel bad for people that never had one. I also
yeah, I know. To be fair,
and I feel bad for people that didn't have a DS either, because because this my sisters now, because obviously they're younger than like quite a few years younger than me. They never, and they're not really into that as much, but they've never had a DS or a Wii really or any console. They just have an iPad now.
Well, yeah, when you think about it, their first consoles are going to be like PlayStation.
Well, no, they're not that bothered about that, but they just have an iPad now.
No, but as in, say, if they're if we were that young now, our first consoles would be like PlayStation 4s, Xbox
That
Ones.
just seems weird. We were born at the right fucking time.
Yeah, I know.
We were born at the right time. To be fair, no, they were. Yeah. Well, they would have grown up with like a Switch, and that'd be pretty good. But I don't think you.
Yeah, but again, you don't get to see any progression.
Well, no, I feel like the games are too polished now. Like, you look at Mario Kart on the DS. Yeah, the graphics are shit. Yeah, the graphics are shit. Yeah, you can glitch around all over the spot and do all these shortcuts, but that's what makes it fun. I like when you go on the Wii and you're playing tennis. You'll hit it and it'll just go out for no reason. It's annoying, but it's what makes it good because it Or when you play bowling and you get like 9 strikes in a row and you throw it exactly the same and you don't get a strike, it pisses you off, but that's what makes it good because it's just not perfect. Bro, we've got like 4 episodes out of this. We've got like a 20-minute nostalgia sesh.
I know. I don't know how that came about, literally. We literally talked about the Xbox Series X and PS5.
That's fine. That's fine. I prefer nostalgia. I love old consoles. I've now more than ever I want to get an Xbox because there's no other consoles I'd really want. To be honest, I've got the Wii.
You've got the Wii.
So I want consoles that I grew up with. I don't necessarily want like a PlayStation 2. Actually, no, I had one, so I might get one. But like, I don't want like a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 1 because I never had it. So I'm not that fussed about it.
I feel like we have lived through like the time zone of the like, not like we kind of skipped all the Game Boys. So like when the Game Boys released, I'm not going to say they were bad, but they weren't like
the original Game Boy.
Good.
The original Game Boy was good.
Yeah, but like we grew up with literally the best
for sure. I think we did. We were there when it was just exploding.
Right. Well, thank you, Mum. Thank you, Mum.
Oh yeah, big up.
Because I was,
He's bring it back again. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Wow.
I'm gone.
It's good. I need to charge mine. I need to charge mine. But no,
mine literally you know how like batteries just eventually die. This is literally just sat for about 6 months.
Oh, it's brilliant. They're so much better. We grew up at a time where everything was just getting better and better.
So good.
So, like, you get a DS and a year later something like much better comes out. Now
you get the Wii.
Well, yeah, now you have to wait like 6 years before it gets better. You'd literally wait a year and then something else would come out that was better than it, and then again and again and again. I think it's slowed down when you get to like 360.
Well, yeah, and then the last it wasn't my best COD, but was Black Ops 2 because that was like the last like big COD, I think.
I think you could tell like the fall of COD kind of coincided with the fall of
COD's gonna be
the progression of consoles. Yeah. Well, Black Ops 5's coming out, and if it doesn't bang, then But I'm more than happy to be playing all the games
that's
again.
the thing.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we'll talk about.
I'm just waiting for another revolutionary game like Fortnite to come out in like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, well, we've got a lot of time to wait until then.
Yeah, I know. But honestly, like when that game comes out, the next 6 months to the year will be fucking
So much
mint.
fun. The first few months of Fortnite were some of the best times of my life. It was so
Fortnite
good.
was incredible. We used to get home, sweat it out, even though it would be shit, sweat it out, and now it's just like
I couldn't go on
shocking.
it now. I couldn't go on it now. They added too much too quick. Anyway, that is another topic for another day.
I went back on with it. No, we carry on going.
Oh, he's carried on. No, we could do a full episode on like the downfall of Fortnite.
Fine.
Yes. Right. Thank you
Bloody
for
hell.
listening to our little
If
nostalgia
If we
sesh.
don't get 5 likes, that's not coming out.
You little twats. Fucking like this bitch.
Don't even care.
Right. Cheerio.